Hey folks, it's Dustin DePirac coming one more time, again live from the Coliseo de San Juan in Puerto Rico in the media room. One more loss for Indiana. They will leave the island without a victory. They go 0-3, finished eighth place in this eight-team tournament. Today they lose 69-66 to George Mason. Key play of the day, Cam Long hits a bank shot three-pointer with 5.4 seconds to go to put Mason up by three. Indiana tries to rally back, but Mason fouls on purpose before Indiana can get a shot up, puts Rivers on the line. He makes the first, misses the second on purpose. They don't get the rebound. Mason gets fouled, puts the thing away. So there it is. Basically, Indiana comes down here, does not manage to get a victory, losses to Ole Miss and two mid-major teams, Boston and George Mason. So it's obviously a disappointing week for those guys. Tom Crean pointed out, basically a bunch of the guys said, we lost this game in the first half, especially because they had a lot of shots at open layups. Shot 29.4% from the field in the first half, in large part because they missed a bunch of easy bunnies, more or less, that just didn't put the ball in the basket. Crean said we didn't use the backboard enough, should have dunked a couple of those, just didn't put it up, just didn't get them in. Part of the reason, though, Michael Morrison from George Mason, 6'9", 225-pounder, who can just, as Bobby Capobianco said, touch the ceiling. Had 17 points, a lot of those on easy dunks, and 13 rebounds, 7 block shots with tournament record. So that was obviously an issue, especially for this Indiana team that really likes to drive the ball a lot. He gave them a lot of problems, basically just kind of sitting back there and just swatting shots away. So that made it a lot harder on them offensively, and so that obviously gave them problems. They shot 35% from the field for the day, got a little bit better, started hit a couple threes in the second half, but really could never really take over. It was back and forth game the whole way. 25 lead changes on this one. But in the end, again, Indiana doesn't get it done. So that's obviously a disappointing thing for this program and this team. I didn't really expect to come here and come out winless. But again, Crean basically said again, hey, this is a young team. This is this type of stuff that's going to happen. He said it's excruciating right now, but this is where we are. We're a team that doesn't have a lot of experience. Like even Mason, you said they're a young team, but they at least have guys passing them down, which they do. Mason's there's nobody on this team from the Final Four team in '06 anymore, but that's the guys that this crew learned from, basically. Cam Long, especially the guy who hit the three, was kind of understudy to Fowler and Campbell and Will Thomas and some of those other guys that were on that team. They still have that. Indiana doesn't. As Crean has said repeatedly, we don't have anybody passing it down and saying this is how you win at Indiana, this is what you do at Indiana. Crean obviously disappointed, the players obviously disappointed, but said, there were some positives that came out of this thing. I mean, there were some guys stepped up today, Bobby Capobianco especially, after he had, I think, 10 personal fouls in 25 minutes in the first 4 games of his career, and didn't have a point yet, had 3 rebounds, comes out today, gets 7 points, 10 boards, looked a lot stronger in there, which is big because they've been getting nothing out of that 5 spot. Tom Pritchard today wasn't really good either. He was 0 for 2 from the field, 0 points, 14 minutes, 1 rebound, 3 fouls. So that's not much. Tijon, 5 minutes, 3 personal fouls. It's kind of what you expect. So, more or less they need somebody from that 5 position, and if Capobianco can continue to step up, that'll obviously help the cause a little bit. Jordan Hulls looked a little bit more comfortable as well, 18.8 points in 14 minutes, committed 4 fouls, had an assist, didn't turn the ball over, so he looked a little bit better. Maurice Creek had 15 points again, wasn't his best game, but he obviously did some things as well. So again, some positives, but also some negatives. Indiana comes out of this thing with a 2-3 record, and it's going to get tougher from here. They got Northwestern State on Saturday, which probably won't be an easy one necessarily, and then after that it gets real hard. They go Maryland Maryland at home, then Pittsburgh and New York for the Jimmy V Classic, and then they come back to get for the Kentucky game in Bloomington. So yeah, for this young team, they're going to continue to get tested, continue to get pushed, and they obviously got to try to mature